Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Old Tryhard Gaming with me, Roll Cage TV, your old tryhard himself. You know, they say of me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which I admit is not a lot of talent, but it is a whole lot of grindy. That's what SnowRunner is about. Grindy. I'm getting near the end. I think I'm finally getting near the end. Whole lot of effective speech. Toy boat. Yeah, I can speak. Enunciate. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. It's actually my warm-up phrase, which I actually didn't do a warm-up phrase today. Rubber baby, love their buggy bumpers. I used to sing. I'm so out of voice, it's embarrassing for me to sing. I used to sing in choir for many years. Oh well, an adult choir. Baritone, but the choir wasn't large enough, so I had to sing bass. So I sang high bass. I had someone that was a really good low bass. I also sat in a choir practice and sang the high soprano. Just can't hit my falsetto. Tenor wasn't as good because I would have to, for the high tenor, I'd have to cut into my falsetto a little bit. You know, that's where your voice breaks. I could do it without much transition, but it'd be harder for me to do solos. My solos are baritone. Anyone that knows singing knows what I'm talking about. It was fun. I miss it. Older, haven't sang seriously in 25 years or something. 20 years. All right. What am I doing? We're all strapped in and ready to go. Let's make sure the lights are on. I see a marker there. I am taking this baby over to here. No, over to here, where I'm turning, but I'm also meeting that vehicle because that vehicle has fuel. So I'll get fuel when I go there. I'll come up here, I'll deliver that. I think that's how I have it organized. And then I'll come down again, get fuel, come back around this way. I don't have the marker set for the comeback trip. And then again, grab fuel and come over here and do this. Yeah. And then if I need to, I can come around and get more fuel if there's something else I want to do. But I'm getting there. I've got warehouse in the mountains. I've got unstable foundation. And this is going to be pretty easy, I think. Just dragging this trailer around. And then, in fact, this trailer is a service trailer, I think. Right? So, wait, is there one already there? No. Okay, that's where I want to deliver it. Oh, okay. And that's where I'm picking it up. Okay. Yeah, that looks like a service trailer. So I would be very fine getting maintenance from there too if I need to. All right, that's my path pointed north. It's staying on the main roads, except when I get up here, and that's going to be the big challenge to get up there. I do not have snow tires on, or ice tires on. I think I'll be fine. I can use my winch, although it's rock, so I may not be able to use my winch. I might have to I might have to, the other truck that's there has ice tires on. He might be able to pull me up, or I can offload the cargo, go back and get ice tires and come back again. That's also a possibility. But through here, I'm going to need the mud tires. So, sad thing about this location is you need both mud tires and ice tires, and there's no half mud, half ice tire. You can have chains and half off-road, but you can't get half chains, half mud, which would be nice. Yeah, already I'm running into a bad slope. I gotta be careful because I'm top heavy here. But I just have to be careful. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to look over at my chat while I'm driving. Put the brakes on while I'm grabbing a big gulp of fluid. Gotta stay hydrated. Very important. Am I going left here or right here? I thought I was going right here. Why is that there if I'm going right? Come on, trigger, I gotta know which way I'm going. I'm going left, okay. I always try to put it just past the intersection so I have an idea of which way I'm going. And I did put it just past the intersection. Well, a lot of times I set the ribbons in reverse. You know, I'll click on the source, I'll click on the destination, and then I'll drag the intermediate waypoints to different locations. And if sometimes it's convenient to drag them from the source, but then a lot of times it's convenient to drag them from the destination as well. And I have to pay attention to which way I'm dragging. You know, I want to find out if there's a way. I stream this live on Twitch, twitch.tv/OKJohnnyBauerTV, and I want to see if there's a way. Oh, good, already. No, not that, not that. Well, I'm on this side, so I'll go on this side. Can't reach anything up there, can I? Nuts! Alright. Catch winch. From here to there. That might help me a little bit. If I can get close enough. Or not. I am like on a rock here. I'm gonna have to just slide back down so I can get on the other side of the road. Whoa! No, 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 no! Oh, for goodness sakes! Do I just go with the chain tires? I'm unpacked, so I can recover. I did not. I could have made it had I gone on the right side of the road where the snow was. But I think I am going to need chain tires. Now, see, the problem is the chain tires in the mud are, well, it says excellent in the mud. These are the only chain tires available. Oh no, it says good in the mud, excellent on the average, excellent off-road, good in the mud. There are no double axles. I mean, double four wheels on an axle. Double wheels. They're just front and back, so okay. Oh, the thing can get through the mud pretty well regardless. Now I have to figure out how to get to where I'm going. Which, where did I fail? There? Okay. So that's fairly easy to get to. I'm past the big muddy part. I wish you could bring a vehicle, a great addition to the game, which obviously they're not adding features to the game anymore, but a great addition to the game would be the ability to bring, you know, I can bring spare tires with me, but the spares are always of the same type. What would be a great addition is if you bring spare tires with you that are of a different sort. So you can say, okay, I want to load up this trailer or whatever, or this maintenance trailer, but I want to load it up with a different set of tires. And then you have to change all the tires. So I'd have to bring 8. I'd have to bring 8 sets of tires. But, I suppose I could refuel there too. Oh, this wouldn't be a stream this week without some major fails. It's so frustrating. I've had better runs than this. Let me tell you, I've had some much better runs than this. That one was just poorly executed. Just poorly executed. Put it here temporarily, so I can drag this down here where the cargo actually ended up. I can move this backwards, of course. Oh, come on, delete. Delete. Rotate and delete. Are you not deleting or are you not deleting? Sometimes you got to rotate the camera or the thing to get a point to delete. I'm just using the same button I used to add a waypoint. You can add them in the middle and drag them. Or if you highlight a waypoint, you can use the add button to delete one. It doesn't tell you that, but to delete an individual one. The delete an individual one is a little buggy though. Sometimes you got to rotate the camera around while it's highlighted. Otherwise, we'll add one instead of deleting one. Then you've got a half a dozen of them added. Anyway. All right. Chain tires are on. Let's try this again. Oh, so frustrating. I could have gotten there if I had gone up the other side. But the reason I decided to change anyway is I have a feeling I'm going to have a dicey situation getting up the hill to the drop-off point anyway. And I need to try to find a good place to pick that container up. I'm gonna probably go past it and drag it down the hill. Anyway, this is the first hour of a 6.5 or so hour stream, 6-episode stream. The small breaks in between. Yeah, okay. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Oh, and already do I have to? No. Yeah, I could have gotten, if I'd gone on the right side, I could have gotten a couple wheels on the snowy patch, but on the left side, there wasn't enough snow. I hit the rocks. Yeah. Oh well. These tires are adequate in the mud. The truck is just such a monstrous truck, but obviously it's not as smooth sailing in the mud as without the chains. For a long time, I didn't even think I could put chains on this truck. I was using the Brigadier as my chain tire vehicle. You put half chains on it. These you can't put half chains on. It's all chains or nothing. How much fuel I can drain out of this thing while I'm here. No. Oh, am I not close enough? Really? I'm right here, buddy. There we go. No, not out of the Brigadier, out of the Brigadier's fuel tank. Yeah, these slopes are icy, and the slope I have to go up over the rocks to deliver that container is even icier, I think, so. Oh, there's bound to be more fails. I know this is very difficult, from what I remember watching Wessel on Wheels. Go to my YouTube channel. Featured channels list, open that up. Wessel on Wheels. Good guy. He does the same sort of playthrough. He plays on console himself. In his case, it's PlayStation. And he does the same thing where he'll play several hours on stream and he chops it up for YouTube content. And he is he plays the hard mode game, so. But yes, it's one person's playthrough. The only difference is he actually prepares notes in between. I don't prepare any notes. But he plays hard mode, so he has to kind of plot things out a little bit, make sure he conserves his fuel and stuff. I can always just recover or go to a trailer store in order to get fuel if I need it. Am I almost there? I am almost there. And I am going to drag this thing down. Maybe I'll just push it down the hill. Can I do that? Can I just bowl it down the hill? Yeah, buddy. No brakes, no accelerator. Just pushing it down the hill. Maybe I'll leave it there. I'll turn around and come get it. Now the rocks, not as good. On the chain tires, which unfortunately also have rocks I need to go over. But they're not great on the mud tires either. This might be even better for the rocks than the mud tires. Is this good enough terrain to pick that thing up on, or do I drag it farther? I think I drag it farther. Should be able to reach it from here. Whoa, rocks. Oh, I can't quite reach it from here. All right. Yeah, I actually don't want the anchors. Finally. I can't, it won't attach to it with the winch. So I have to drag it down here with the crane. Let's get up here. Pretty stable. That seems pretty stable. My goal is to just drag it over to the side. You can lift it up. The winch is slow, but it's steady. Just like me. That's good enough. Secret to the Russian crane. Don't try to lift with the crane. Lift with the winch. The crane nice and high. Get the cargo dot centered where you want it, pretty much. Maybe lean a little bit to one side and then attach it, and then don't touch the crane controls, just the winch controls. That's the secret. Heavy loads, try to lift them with the crane controls instead of the winch controls. Forget it, it's not gonna make it. There we go. Now I can turn it and let's lower it a little bit. Now I can turn it. Again, not touching the crane controls. The only crane controls I'm touching is the D-pad to rotate. Now, I could make it nicer if I wanted. Just to prove it can be done. There we go. Oh, well, that wasn't quite right. Come on. Why are you being so horrible? There we go. Okay. The store crane. Now, let's try this again. The proper tires this time. I'm hoping I can get up there. This wasn't even the hard part. I just got to pay more attention. I knew I should have stayed to the right, and I went to the left. And by the time I realized, no, the left is blocked by right rocks, I ended up being too far from the right side. Oh well. Yeah, just had to kick the clutch a little. No reason to panic. I wasn't panicked. You were panicked. I wasn't panicked. Drink. Had 2 strong cups of coffee. So I'm starting off with decaf cola, and I'm gonna switch to maybe medium calf cola, and then switch to high calf cola. Long stream. I got a long time here. On Sundays, and this is a Sunday if you're watching on Twitch, the start of a Sunday stream, I stream SnowRunner for 6 hours on Sunday. Twitch.tv/OKJournalTV. Starting at 12:30 or thereabouts. U.S. Central Time is 6:30 p.m. in the UK. Rather than typing U.S. Central Time, just type time in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. That's easy to type. No, type Iowa. I-O-W-A. Time in Iowa. And I'm only going to ever say it, Iowa, because I live in a neighboring state. I have nothing against Iowa. I've been to Iowa many times. It's very nice there. Nice corn. Really good corn. I guess if Iowa's the corn state, Minnesota's the spam state, in case you don't know. Spam is like a big spam plant in Minnesota, and we also have a spam museum. And a huge Jolly Green Giant in Minnesota. We also have the largest ball of twine that was wound by a single person. A teen, wound a bigger ball of twine after that. And it's under a gazebo, and it had been exposed to the weather for a while, so it's really in disgusting shape. I think they used to parade with it for a while, but not anymore. They have twine ball days. I'm not kidding you. They do have something called twine ball days. I've got to approach this from the right angle here. This is going to be tricky. I got to get to the right of that. And I am going to change the time. Is that good enough? Or will I change to noon just to be... No, that's good. We have a tricky angle here, but I've got the truck next to me to fall against, if necessary. Okay. Well, let's refuel because I can. If I need a repair, I will repair as well. Alright. Here's the tough part. I made it. I flipped on the easy part. Did I make it through the tough part? Again, I'm on chain tires. It should be okay. Just gotta look in advance to see where the rocks are, which of course I didn't do. First opportunity to go wrong, I didn't see the rock. Am I going to the right or the left here? I think to the left. Yeah, to the right is the other drop-off point up that hill. How do I do this? Do I go around the rocks, or do I try to catch both rocks evenly? I don't have a tree there or anything, do I? Duh! Slow and steady wins the race. A lot of trucks wouldn't be able to do this. But I'm driving the Mastodon. Okay, I'm gonna have to just like go over the rock, nice and even, so I don't tip. A little engine damage. I can fix that. I've got repair points with me. Okay, hopefully that tree can hold my weight if I start to tip. But I'm gonna try to catch this rock on the left to keep me from tipping. And now, can I pivot? Can I pivot off of that rock? No, 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 I couldn't. Oh, okay, what's the way to do this? try to come this way more. Is there a place to winch? I can pull my front end around. I have a feeling the answer to that is no. The answer to that is no. Oops, no. Can I get around here now? A little bit better angle. I don't have confidence. No confidence. You go up on this rock, come down the rock ledge so I can get a better angle. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Get the parking brake off. Hello? Hello? Come on, I gotta get an angle here. Okay. Now, can we do it now? I think I can do it now. Got the proper angle. Okay. Alrighty. How soon before I get there? That dot, and then the next dot. Okay. Again, trying to get up a little bit on that rock to keep myself from tipping down the hill. Now I think I'm gotta use the rock so I can get an angle on the next hill. Gotta go around that rock too. Okay, there we go. Rock there, but I got no choice. I gotta take it. Keep kicking that clutch. Keep kicking that clutch. Well, I do have a tree here to pull me over. All right. Oh, I'm on that branch. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. And I think what I'm going to do is actually recover. Rather than go straight back. Because it's actually closer, or it's no farther for me to just recover. That's one. Then I don't have to go down this way. So do I drive off the cliff and see how close I get? I would do this with the Hercules. See if it lands on its feet. Let's see if it lands on its feet. Yeehaw! This is why I play easy mode. Whee! Come on, farther. You can go farther than that. No. Well, I didn't get very far. Oh well. Now then. We are getting over to there next. And oh, I thought I was going to come back here into there. So that is, yeah, I'm not going this way. Delete those points. I got that delivery. Okay. And then figure this out. What time is it? 36 minutes or thereabouts so far. Squirrel, how's it going? I'm settling in for a nice long stream. I've already tipped my vehicle once accidentally, and then tipped it again on purpose just to have fun with it. I need to use ice tires. I tried to drive down right off the cliff face and didn't quite get far enough. This thing doesn't bounce as well as the Hercules. The Hercules is fun to drive off the cliff because more often than not, it actually bounces around and lands on its feet because it's so top heavy. Okay. Now from here, I'll go this way. Go grab the stuff. And I have to take these because they're temporary cargo. I can't just make ones at the rolling factory. And what I do is I always take the temporary cargo. It's just what I do. It's part of my 100%. Clear off all the temporary cargo. It is kind of a restricted account. I don't use any trucks. I only use the trucks that are purchased separately outside of any region, that are not found on any map. And that includes this baby here. But as far as other trucks, which is still probably the best hauler in the game, but as far as other trucks, very versatile, etc. But as far as other trucks, there are better ones for different purposes, but nope, I am only going to use I only use the paid DLC vehicles. That's part of the full of fun quick start vehicles. I say this pretty often too. I regret that I did not stream. There's only some part of the action I did not stream, and that was just grinding through between episode 6 and 7, grinding out the there's a this is how I go, right? Yeah. There's a food delivery contract. I did it once on stream, and then I just said, okay, I'm gonna do more of these now before the next stream. I wasn't sure exactly how many hours it was gonna take me. It turns out it took me 6 hours, so it wasn't that bad. Okay, I'll get there, pick up the thing, and then fix the other things to get back. I'm used to grinding out stuff, playing a bunch of RPGs, you know, where you want a certain weapon, you kill the boss 20 times over, or a mini boss, or kill a bunch of other creatures until they drop what you want. And you do that for hours at a time. Speaking of RPGs, Titan Quest, greatest action RPG out there. Titan Quest 2, I believe, is fully out now. I don't have it. It's not available on the Xbox One, which I'm still playing on. I could get the, I do have an Xbox Series S. I want to get an Xbox Series X. But I got that. I bought the S kind of because that version was going out. It was the black version with one terabyte, because otherwise they had half a terabyte versions in white, so they had a black one with 1 terabyte. So I bought that reconditioned, and then it turns out they reissued. It's like the Xbox Series S2, although they're not calling it the 2, or they're calling it just like the new Xbox Series X and the new Xbox Series S. They're not calling it Pro, they're not calling it Xbox Series XS. Like, when the Xbox One, the first upgrade was the Xbox One S. And then they had another upgrade, they call it the Xbox One X, which is what I'm playing on now. But since they messed up the naming anyway to say Xbox Series X and Series S, well, they kind of messed themselves over. Now what do? The Xbox Series XS? Or Series SS? Maybe you don't want Xbox SS. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Refuel. Sure. As long as I'm here. But, you know, they're not calling it 2 or, you know, anything like that. Next edition. Mach 2. No, they're just calling it the new Xbox Series X. So that's what you get now. The new Xbox Series S. I know the hard drives are updated, the bigger SSD. And you can get more expansion. Seagate has a 4 terabyte expansion card. That's the Series X. You can plug in an expansion card. And then you can also have an external drive. The external drive on the Series X won't run exclusive to Series X. It runs all your 360 and Xbox One software. Which I would have preferred that you could run the new native ones on an external drive too, but you know, they changed the file system around to make it more efficient and all that stuff. They put a lot of work into the Series X. Pretty monstrous beast, which is why it's like $700, $800 now. And then the external the expansion 4 terabyte expansion from Seagate is another $300, and you spend $1,000 for the new Xbox Series X. Still think they should have called it Mach 2. They had 2 upgrades for the, you know, like the PS4 Pro was 1 upgrade. They had 2 upgrades for the Xbox One. If they keep going with the series, I don't know what they'll call the next one. The new Xbox Series X. Xbox Series S had, I think, a new CPU, and then the X had a new graphics card, GPU. So I don't know. My Xbox One X has lasted me a good long time. Very happy with it. I can still play all the games that I'm currently streaming. I haven't set the S up in part because I'd have to change my streaming stuff around, and I don't want to do that. I do own a couple games that are only available on the Series S vertical bar X, or is it X vertical bar S? I don't know. I'm kind of waiting until I get the Series X. But that costs money, so I gotta save up. I'm still in a good amount of debt, so was finally pushed to the point where I had to buy a new car a couple years back. But when I say new car, I mean 2007. Turned in my 1999 for 2007. So it's already, let's see, it's 2006 now. It's already 19 years old. It's in great shape, but you know, how much longer it's going to be before I start having major expenses for that, I don't know. Never-ending struggle. It's okay though. I'm retired. I don't have a large income, but you know, I get somewhat cost of living increases. It's not inflation proof certainly, but it's kind of recession proof, retirement income, so that's nice. I'm not ready to start eating dog food yet, but my roommates I worry about. Alright, let's back in. Let's get this. Let's get this container, strap it down, fix the map. Stop the engine. Give me that. No, I don't want pipes. Yes, car container. Thank you. All right, let's fix the map, and then I will, I think, end the episode. This one might actually not be as bad as the last one. I think I got a little bit better of an angle here. I think I have a little bit better of an angle. I think. I have to make sure I come out this way before I get up there. But I think I got a better angle coming here than I had trying to come up here, but we'll see. I've got a rock here I can help keep myself level on, I think. We'll find out, won't we? No more disasters. Let's just get through these last few. Wouldn't it be nice if I just got through these last two tasks without a problem, and then the last 4 contracts? I think I have 4 contracts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 5 contracts, and then we'll be all done. After the next task, after this, we do some logging. We go back to doing some logging. That'll be fun. And then I've got a major contract that goes between the 2 maps. Make sure I know what road I'm coming from. Pretty sure this is right. Maybe I'll go from this direction now. I know where I'm going. Cross there, and then this way. From here. Across the railroad tracks here. And through some snow. Turn this way at the snow. And follow the snow trail. And turn right. And then up the icy slope where I won't tip over because I got the proper tires. As it's gonna be easy mode. I do think this one's gonna be easier than the last delivery. I mean, obviously, I tipped on the last delivery going up this hill, but that was just, I didn't have the right tires. I could have probably made it, but I wasn't, I didn't prepare well, and I wasn't paying attention. It would have been much more difficult with the mud tires. I didn't make it easy on myself. But it was an easy recovery. All right, and then that's it. Pointed north. That's where I'm going. From the warehouse to the east camp. And we're good to go. Yes, there we go. All right, it is time for me to take a break here, folks. If you are watching on Twitch, stick around. I'm just going to take a couple-minute break, and I will be right back. If you're watching on YouTube, that will be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekday. Get a good view here. The next YouTube episode will be not the next weekday, 7 days a week. SnowRunner, youtube.com/OutRollCageTV. Releasing at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m., 1800 hours in the UK. Almost always, and almost never 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. Though, be thanks to daylight savings time, though, will be plus or minus an hour. Coaster! Hello there, you got here just in time for me to take a break. Stick around, we'll chat some after my break. So, yes, Twitch. Stick around, YouTube, next episode. Either way, I will see you then.